Howdy folks, Nathan Adlin here with the Fast Lane Car, and you guys have been asking questions of Jeep, and I have them right here. And this is Mark Allen. Mark Allen is what they call the big enchilada of Jeep design. Did you know that there was a guy named Mark who actually came up with that name, enchilada?
No.
No, absolutely not. No, it's totally untrue.
Fabricated.
I figured I just wanted to start off on the right foot. Okay, so the first question has to do with what has changed and what do you think of Fiat moving into and working with Jeep?
I wouldn't call it moving into, I'd call it working with.
Working with.
Geez, I think we're going on 5 years now with these guys. So far it's been awesome. They know what they're doing. They're really focused. My best experience has been working on the Renegade, where we did the Renegade. Largely it was, let's do this car. We did all the design work in my shop in Auburn Hills, Michigan. All the engineering was done there. And we boxed it up and we flew over to Italy. Met a lot of new good friends, learned a lot of new names for car parts that in Italian that I didn't know. But they were terrific, really accommodating, very friendly. They held all the meetings in English for us, showed us some really good restaurants. I learned some new good foods. But really, in the end of it, we made a great baby with the Renegade, which you're driving out here.
Yeah.
Renegade is just landing in dealers right now. I just saw some at dealers right before we came out here. And we're pretty excited about it. I like seeing the vehicle out on the road. It's got a lot of fun to it, and I'm highly curious about who's going to buy it. I think we did a lot of predictive work, a lot of research up front, but really, when rubber meets the road, who's going to buy that vehicle? I think we're going to cast a wider net with that than we even thought.
Yeah, it's been said, people think that you guys are going to sell more than you make. One of the questions that we took several, I think more than 5 or 6 that I can recall, and mashed them all together, was a Jeep Cherokee lift kit. Now, they do not have anything official on the books. However, there are 2 things to keep in mind. 1, the Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk is already lifted. So is the question an extended lift over that? Now, if that's the case, it was suggested, just suggested, not stated, that it's already at a pretty good ride height and going any higher might actually be detrimental. However, if you really want to lift it on your own, you just can use spacers. Make your own even if you want to. I have a feeling it might void your warranty. So there is nothing currently that is being built. However, they're not ruling out the possibilities to make other bits of equipment available for the Cherokee. So, sorry it's vague, but that's basically the answer I have. Dimitri, you asked, Dimitri Mays wanted to know what is the favorite Jeep of designers, and he, being that he's the big enchilada of all the designers, gets to answer that question.
CJ5, without a question.
CJ5, really?
Yeah, it's just, I love it for, that's the first time, so there was the flat fender Jeep, right? The Army Jeep, and after that, there was no designers involved in that, right? The engineers made that vehicle. They bent sheet metal over their legs and stuff, and it came out great, but the CJ5 M38A1 was the first one that designers got involved, and they made stuff out of clay, and the hood's nicer, the proportions are nicer, it's a little bit better. It's just for me, it's the icon for Wrangler. Close second place to M715, and I'll get one day.
Really?
I love M715 because it sort of says, I'm not gonna break. I'm tough as nails. I think M715, again, not done by a designer. That was done by engineering, and it's just brutally handsome. I love it.
speaking of vague answers, there's another one. And that is revolving around Jeep building a truck. Guys, of course I want, I asked them and they said exactly what I told you they would say. Wow, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? That's a swell idea. And yeah, the word swell was once used, not by Mark Allen though, but the thing is, they're not going to answer that yet. They're not going to answer that until they have something really big to show you. If they have a real truck, I'm not saying they haven't been testing a couple ideas, because they have, but if they had a real truck to show us, they would. If it were ready for production. They're not going to tell us about it. They're not going to show us anything yet. With that being said, recently, past few days, we got a chance to drive the Red Rock Performance Jeep prototype, and it had a pickup truck-like bed. So we got a chance to drive it and learn a little bit about it, and that is in another video, and you can learn about it. Now, they didn't put it out there just to be funny. They are learning about what you guys like and what you don't like. One final question for you, which comes from a whole bunch of people, and I kind of mushed it all together. They wanted to know why you guys build these one-offs for these events.
Yeah, because we love to do it. It's really that simple. I started doing that, I think it's about 15 years ago. Forgive me on the math. And no one ever said stop. I never asked anybody. We just did, and I didn't get discouraged. I actually got encouraged to do more, and it's turned into something that's even bigger than us at the moment. Every year we build some special vehicles, and we see them personally as gifts to the enthusiasts that are here for Easter Jeep Safari, to bring them here special, let the media drive them around town, drive them on the trails.
Yeah.
They're not Trailer Queen show cars. They're to be driven on the trails. Great conversation openers when you pull up in something special like the Chief. People get out and they talk to you, and we get a conversation going. And I'm learning a lot from our enthusiasts. I want to know how they configured the Jeep, why they did that, and what do they need from us. And I want to help them. So it's a great thing that we do.
I think you could say that it also gives them the outsider insight to what you guys are actually thinking and
You're
dreaming
looking
about.
inside of our head, yeah.
Which is a scary place to be, just from past experience. Well, I mean, that's fantastic. And a lot of people out there, they see things like the FC and some of those other things that can never be put on the road. Yeah, that was a pretty awesum one.
Yeah.
But the
I
point
thought
is,
I was going to get fired over that, but no one
Really?
said no. Yeah. I thought I was really pushing it with that one. So,
that was a really awesome one, and it resonates still with people who saw that thing 3 years ago.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for your time,
bet.
Mark.
Always.
Sean's a giver.
Yeah, he is.
He's a taker, too.
I've seen him take it too.
Right, yeah!
Oh, watch out!
That's really helpful.
Are you trying to take the easy line?
Thank you so much for sending your questions. We really appreciate it. Sorry we had to kind of mash them together, but there were so many. We were a little overwhelmed, and we only had a little bit of time to ask directly to one person, being Mark, who was able to go on film with us. Next time we'll get more, I promise. For the Fast Lane Car, this is Nathan Adlin. Don't forget to go to tflcar.com for news, views, and real-world reviews. This is a lot of fun, by the way. Man, I wish you were here. And this is in the Renegade, man. Woo! Take care, guys. Bye.